Hey, what's happening, all you wizards out there? Have you listened to the White Doctrine yet? It's Fairy Tale 100 Years Quest, Chapter 31, titled Fairy Face Off, with a lovely cover page that shows the... what are they called again? The I'm completely blanking on Elfman, Mirajane, and Lazana's last name, but the three prominent siblings of Fairy Tale, all gallivanting through a field of flowers, really blaze the carnage underneath. Carnage. But in the story proper, we have the long-awaited showdown of Gajeel and Natsu. You know, I say long-awaited despite the fact that nobody was really looking forward to this, honestly. You know, this is kind of the last thing I ever expected to see later down the line outside of something like a tournament arc, but don't get me wrong, the way Gajeel and Natsu go at it, they really throw down. You know, strike after strike, blow after blow, a lot of situations that really kind of remind me how dangerous Gajeel is, because I'm just like, you know, that's the thing about fire in anime. Fire in anime never really impacts the way that fire should. You know, you should be getting certain degrees of burns, you know, skin grafts. You should be effed up if you get burned, especially by Natsu's fire that can melt solid rock. Like, yo, come on. You know, Lucy being able to hold on to Natsu and, you know, simply get her boobies singed. Nah, she should be an A cup at this point with the way that went down. You know, but with Gajeel, you could just show him slicing and dicing through a whole bunch of stuff, and it's just like, yes, this is instant death. You know, you get cut, you die. And I love this moment where Natsu goes in for a headbutt. Gajeel, because of his hardened scales, just kind of just like gets knocked back just slightly, comes back on the rebound and smacks Natsu into the ground. Like, dude, I love that kind of stuff. It's like full on some Thanos shit when he was going up against Captain Marvel, where he knocks into her and she doesn't budge and she just knocks back into him. Just friggin' incredible. Good fight scenes. You know, Gajeel starts to get a little big-headed because he's just like, oh, you forgot about my iron scales. But Natsu's just like, now you're forgetting how hot my fire is. And because that's the one downside to this, it's not like Natsu's never beaten Gajeel. You know, he had to take him down during the Phantom Lord arc. So it's just, but they've gone through enough power-ups and level increases since the last time they fought that it's just like, well, there's at least something, because, you know, Gajeel starts to use his shadow manipulation abilities, which still kind of feels like it came out of left field. It's just like, I have both iron powers and shadow powers. Like, what? But, you know, he starts running around, slipping into the darkness to, you know, get the upper hand on Natsu. And it really starts to feel like, you know, Gajeel has this in the bag. Especially when he comes down with his, what's the attack's name? Karma Demon Iron God Sword, which is such a weird name. Every time he pulls out that ability, I'm just like, why did you name it this really bullshit name? But, you know, Gajeel starts to be like, I'm different from the last time we fought. But Natsu also has his flame lightning mode. So... so he busts that out as well. So, you know, they're really starting to go all in, and Natsu even has this look about him like, yeah, okay, now I'm serious. So it's a pretty fun fight, a pretty fun fight for the most part. But we also have Lily come out of the woods to go after Happy. Because it's just like, well, if Natsu and, you know, Gajeel are going at it, so shouldn't we also be going at Happy? But, you know, even Happy's kind of genre savvy. He's just like, yeah, no, that's not how this works. I would not be able to win against you, especially if you go into buff boy mode. But Lily catches wind of Natsu's lightning, and that takes him off guard for the most part. And with his guard lowered, Happy beats Lily in the back of the head with a fish that I'm just like, how hard is that fish, Happy? How hard is it that you were able to just knock Lily out in one blow? But then we switch over to the main event, and that is Elfman, Mira Jane, and Lazana going up against Lucy, Loki. Yeah, Loki. I'm just like, Loki, should I call him Loki or should I call him Leo? I'll call him Loki. And Virgo. And Mira Jane immediately switches into her demon form, saying, now I will punish you. And Virgo jumps in. It's just like, oh yes, please punish me. What about a little bit of bondage? Mira Jane slaps her in the face, and she kind of coos at it. And while Lucy is, of course, worried about Virgo, but Virgo's then like, thank you, mistress. May I have another? And so, Elfman tries to go after Lucy. Loki comes in and blocks it. And, at first he's kind of, haughty about it. Just like, yeah, I'll be your opponent. Elfman, as the head of the Zodiac 12, I'll be able to defeat you. He feels that he should be able to take on Elfman, but then Elfman switches into this, lion-like beast form to kind of mock Loki, and he knocks Loki back, and Loki's just like, Elfman, were you always this powerful? Which is the unfortunate part, but yeah, Loki kind of hit his limitations a good while into Fairy Tail. So I'm not even surprised that, that's Loki's not really showing what he's got in this situation. And we also have Lazana come in her cat form to go up against Lucy, and Lucy manages to dodge, but she starts to kind of get her dress slashed, because of course we gotta get those titties out of that dress for the most part. And Lucy tries to beg Lazana to snap out of it and all that good stuff, but once she realizes that she'll have to go all out in order to take down the siblings, she decides to switch into her newest form, which is called the Star Dressed Combo, where she's able to merge the abilities of specific celestial spirits into her spirit dress ability. Honestly, I haven't seen enough of the dress abilities as I've wanted to. It's been good enough for a power boost to Lucy herself, but we haven't seen enough of what it's truly able to do. At most, she's able to let off a few blasts and then it's done, but it's kind of cool that she's able to at least mix certain powers in order to give her a little bit more a significant power boost. But I really don't see it having that much of a big effect, at most just taking down Lazana, because Lucy always gets the short end of the stick in terms of battles. She goes in, gets in a few nice hits with a lower level opponent, and then someone has to come in and save her, or some kind of Deus Ex has to happen. At most I kind of see, god damn it, what was her name? Brandish coming in and saving Lucy from this situation, because no matter the power up, at most I see her taking down Lazana and Elfman, but not Mira Jane. That's the one thing that Hiro Mashima sticks with, is just certain levels of power for certain characters, and Lucy is nowhere near Mira Jane level. Lucy, despite basically being the main character of this series, always kind of falls flat in terms of combat. But tell me your thoughts and theories in the comment section below. Did you enjoy this rematch against Natsu and Gajeel? And who do you think will ultimately come out on top? It'll naturally be Natsu because plot, but Who do you wish came out on top? Who do you hope comes out on top? Not to mention, in this clash against the Celestial Warriors versus the, Demon Takeover siblings, I guess you could say, who do you feel has the best chances of coming out on top, especially when one of them is the legendary Mira Jane? And do you think my theory of Brandish coming in to help out is correct? Tell me everything in the comment section below. If you liked this video, leave me a like. If you didn't, feel free to leave me a dislike and tell me what I did wrong in the comment section below. Subscribe and hit the bell icon, that way you never miss out on another Fairy Tail 100 Years Quest chapter review. And if you want to find me on social media, just Google me and Google Duuz-Diz-Din, and just find me on any kind of social media platform you like to follow. And until next time, you just got to remember that, if you want to face off, have it be a Fairy Tail face off, because it's sure to leave a lot of collateral damage. Until next time, I'm Duuz-Diz-Din, and I think it's time for bed. Bye-bye.